Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Riester's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
Thank you, Dan and Norm.
At our first Winter Wonderland.
Yeah, I know, and we have Adam, who braved the element. No, there's no elements. Everything is cleared. We had about 4 or 5 inches of.
We measured 5 in our backyard.
It was really heavy stuff. And brought down some branches, and there was some sporadic power outages. But all in all, I think we fared okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So my first rant, of what will maybe many today is people shoveling their sidewalks or lack thereof. It drives me crazy that like maybe out of every 10 houses, 1 or 2 of them, for whatever reason, and some of them are totally legit, but
they could be in Florida.
Okay,
yeah.
but fine.
Actually, I was away in my defense for a couple of days, but I did try very hard remotely to find someone to shovel it for me, and I couldn't find anyone. I posted on all the WhatsApp groups. If someone's out there listening to this and you have a business, get your name out there, get your number out there. You'll find plenty of business.
Yeah, I did see a couple of kids were advertising, but whatever. I didn't know you were looking or whatever.
Yeah, so in this icy weather, if you got a couple of inches, go pay your neighbor to go shovel. And also, like on our block, there's so many good Samaritans that come out and they take care of, the people who are elderly and stuff. And check in on your neighbors when the weather's bad.
Yeah, well, I shout out to my neighbor, Andrew. He shoveled my walk. He has a machine. He went through my walk, my driveway.
When people have
path.
A snowblower, they really like using it. And they like it their money's worth. Sometimes they go down the whole block.
Yeah.
I am one of those people. I might have noticed my neighbor across the street didn't have a chance to get to it, so I took care of it for him. I will tell you, it was very heavy stuff. Was very glad to have
if I had a riding one, I would do the neighborhood.
Riding one. And we're gonna attach one of the cameras to you, and we're gonna do a whole video.
Wait, maybe we could get Norm doing donuts on his riding snowblower.
It's called a snowmobile.
Make deliveries.
Yeah.
And you know what? By Friday already, it's going to be in the mid-50s with rain, so all this wonderful snow will be washed away. The weather people are still talking potentially about a white Christmas, so
that would be nice.
Let's see.
It's already a white Hanukkah.
Yeah, I wanted to mention this next story up front because just in case there's 1 or 2 kids or families that really aren't aware of this very, very special program. It's the West Hempstead Community Scholarship Fund, and they have the scholarship open to high school seniors who are residing in West Hempstead School District.
The applications are open now?
Yeah, you can pick up the application at your high school guidance office or at the library. There's a website where you can get it. They do this dinner when they do the awards. There's always some kids from the public schools, maybe 1 or 2 from the private schools. It's a great program, so
take advantage.
The Community Scholarship Fund, check it out, and if your kid is eligible, wow, that would be unbelievable.
Yep.
So, bagel. There used to be bagel wars in West Hempstead, but there's, ever since Neil's gone, it's been super quiet. So Bagel Town had changed hands, and the new owners were Heshy and Avraham Gluck.
I think that's right. Yeah.
And Adam and I actually did an extensive interview when they first came in to the community, and they completely rebuilt Bageltown. Well, guess what? There's new owners. I mean, it's I don't know. Does any of you guys know anything about this?
Not particularly. I will say this is now.
I don't know a whole lot about that.
Yeah. No. Thank you very much. I think this is owner number 6 or possibly 7 in the 20-plus years I've been living in town. God bless them. I hope they are successful elsewhere. I hope the new guys are successful. But it does seem to be a little bit of a revolving door over Bageltown.
Yeah, what was some of the chatter on the one of the WhatsApp groups? They were talking about the owners coming from Queens Bagel Store, and which is great because it's really hard as a standalone bagel store to make a living. So if they have some infrastructure behind them, they have a pretty good chance, I hope. And we wish the new owners, lots of luck. 2 other just, quick things about stores. I do this walk on Hempstead Turnpike. We're getting old, so we got to go walk. And during the summertime, this 99-cent store opened up on Hempstead Turnpike.
And closed.
And I walked by last week, and it's closed already. I mean, the thing was up maybe 6 months. And I was saying to myself, what is 99 cents anymore? Like, how do it should be 4.99 store.
Even the dollar stores, the dollar chains are misnomer now because everything in there is $1.59 or $1.79.
And I think some of them are actually branded as $1.25 store now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. And also on the same walk, I noticed that the Allegro Bar and Grill
changed names,
changed hands, I think, and now it's going to be a Caribbean or Caribbean fusion restaurant.
It's another revolving door in the community.
It is.
Those signs go up with Velcro.
It's a great place. It could be a fun place. There's just not enough regular full year.
But I think this
is
is the ongoing problem with people running businesses in West Hempstead. The foot traffic just
no place
is
for a mom
not
and pop
here.
anymore.
It doesn't exist.
It's just not a daytime shopping area.
Yeah,
There's not an anchor. That's true to bring people in.
It's really hard. But here's the question you have to ask yourself. So now you got Heatherwoods, coming in, and you got lots of new people potentially with high-end disposable income, because that's what you're going to need to afford to live there. Would an Allegro or whatever the new restaurant is called have a better chance of succeeding, literally being across the street from Heatherwoods?
It'll depend on their programming and their food as well. So, yeah, they have a better shot for sure.
Yeah.
It's also going to depend on who's around during the day, right? The whole idea was this is a commuting location for them. Everybody's near the train station.
Yeah.
It's a question of who's going to be around. I mean, you said lots of disposable income. I don't know if 99-cent stores are the places they're looking for, but whatever.
I don't know.
I predict that once that place, the Heatherwood place, is up and running and filled to capacity, all those businesses around are going to change. The landscaping place, the nightclub, possibly even the gas station. You're going to see convenience businesses, probably markets, because corporations will pay a lot of money to be that close to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a hub, and you got that other apartment building across the street from it. So it's yeah.
And that's going to feed into our next story.
That we haven't to get into their car. I think it'll be very important. That business like that.
Who knows how long that the gas station and the car wash are going to be able to stay in that area. So anyway, so Monday night was the annual Chabad lighting of the menorah at Hall's Pond, and it was a great event.
It was cold out, right?
Cold as all heck, layered up.
People showed up.
You know what? The whole community came out. It was great to see. There was lots of fun, kids, music, latkes, jelly donuts, the whole 9 yards. Rabbi Lieberman lighting the menorah as he does every year, which is, a beautiful thing to see. The Lakeview Fire Department doing their Chanukah gelt drop. So, which was good, because this was not like last year when Dan had me stand in the middle and I got pelted.
So you didn't get hit in the head this year?
No, I actually stood on the outskirts and watched everyone else get pelted. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you, Chabad.
So, another post about the traffic and all the issues, especially in the late afternoon around the community. In this case, someone took to posting something about gridlock on Poplar Street, and you got all the school buses and honking of the horns and all this other stuff. And it's just a growing issue.
But Poplar Street's going to have a bus. Every street's going to have a bus going down it, and the streets are narrow. And if somebody's dropping off kids, that's how it's going to be.
But here's the thing that I don't understand. Okay, so you know what? The community's changing, which is fine. It's evolving. So if there are certain streets that can't support this side traffic, make them one way, make them no parking. We have to do something to accommodate all this traffic. You can't just say it's okay that every day Hempstead Avenue, which is also an emergency route, is going to be blocked up. So
that's a whole different story.
And that's the street corner over there with the what's it called, with the Domino's, right? Is where they're talking about. I mean, look, it's fine. They have lots of delivery drivers and they're parked over there. That intersection is terrible. But and God bless Hank, I'm glad they're there. But it's really, really affecting the traffic patterns around there. And I'm sure, I don't know if there's a spillover from it, but it is all related.
And it's going to get worse once the Heatherwood apartments are open. Be more and more people driving in the neighborhood. I'm sure they did impact studies before they built, but I can't imagine we're not going to have.
Yeah, and then
you can't exactly widen the street.
Then you're going to have a perfect storm. You got Heatherwood's filled, you got school closing, and guess what? You have this new social hall which is built, and they're now having an event. All getting out at the same time, it's like it's going to be gridlock.
I'm not going to jump the gun on this particularly. I'm hearing some weird rumors about that social hall on Whitfield that may not be so near to the future. But listen, get a bike, get roller skates, walk, because driving around there is going to be horrible.
What about like those dopey electric scooters, which by the way,
is fires.
just a menace. Now you're driving and you're making a turn and you don't know that someone silently is going right up your side.
I was driving in the city yesterday. It's amazing. You can't make a turn without somebody whizzing by you on a bike. Or
I guess it depends on how much of a traumatic brain injury you want, because I see people doing this with no helmets, and I'm like, good luck, man. You're going to need it.
Yeah, you know what? We talk about traffic. I start getting all nervous.
All these more cars is going to affect our air quality, too.
Yeah, well, maybe it'll be electric cars. Anyway, you know what? Before my head explodes, I think it'll be a quick time for us to take a commercial break.
Hi, I'm Jeff Wenger, owner and operator of Tiffany Dry Cleaners. We've made things even easier. Schedule a cleaning pickup just with one click on our new app or website. And don't forget, we offer free pickup, delivery right to your door. Tiffany Dry Cleaners gets it just right.
So Norm, we were talking about Hempstead Avenue. Hempstead Avenue has 7-Eleven, and it's a great convenience store for the whole community. It's still open 24/7.
Yep.
And allegedly, or unconfirmed, because I didn't see anything in the police blotter, they were held up at gunpoint, at least, again, according to what I heard or read on social media, sometime early in the morning, I think maybe either Sunday or Monday morning.
Convenience stores are an easy target. This is not unusual.
They should start thinking about private security.
Yeah, private security, but you know what? The cost of private security
is... can't afford that.
Getting robbed is not cheap.
Well, there is the alternative of just closing, at, let's say, 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock and then not opening till 6 o'clock.
7-Eleven's whole brand is...
but it's also not like the criminals can't show up at other times.
Right.
I will say 7-Eleven's one of the first places, not ours specifically, where I noticed they had a height chart by the door, which is like, in order to tell what size somebody was in case you get held up, at least you've got an immediate way to check.
I thought it was for the kids to,
no. I don't think it's for the kids.
I don't think so.
So you mean when they do like the passport photos in 7-Eleven, it's actually just No, I'm just kidding.
Police are looking for a masked man who's 5 feet 7 inches.
There you go.
That's all we know.
It's really nuts. And, again, 2 o'clock in the morning, if you're, let's say, a police officer and you got to get a hot cup of coffee, where else to go but 7-Eleven.
Right. And they had one close on Hempstead Turnpike. Remember, there was another one.
And by the way, I see some activity in that building.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder what's going up there. It's
been empty for a long time.
But I've seen some cars there, and there's a dumpster. So looks like they're doing something.
Yep.
And there was this other story, not directly related, but there was something in Newsday about the number of civil servants and police who are making over $200,000, and that number continues to grow. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, listen, police officer.
Put your life on the line, you should be very well paid.
Life on the line, going to full retirement is really difficult. It's probably one of the most stressful jobs you could ever have. But on the other hand, within this Newsday article, they also talked about Town of Hempstead employees who are making well over $200,000. I don't know what the stress is of working for the Town of Hempstead. I mean, it's like it's coffee break. Okay, let's go. Time to go to 7-Eleven. It's
take money from the bureaucrats, give it to the cops.
First responders, listen, whatever they can get. they put their lives on the line. I get it.
Right. Look, ultimately, I mean, look, there's plenty of corporate people making over $200,000. It's just not coming out of people's tax dollars.
Yeah.
We remain among the highest tax counties anywhere in the country.
Correct.
And some of that is, you get certain services. Listen, I don't begrudge people the money that they're making, but on the flip side, some fiscal responsibility wouldn't be terrible either.
No, agreed. But, as it relates to the corporate side, you're not necessarily, going to be getting a pension as you would for, let's say, a civil service job. So, again, it all balances out, but you know what?
I do want to call this out, though. You have something here in our notes here about some guy making over $500,000.
Yeah.
$500,000.
Time
that
off. He didn't
seems
use his
nuts.
time off.
Yeah, that was in Newsday. Yeah, again, these are obscene numbers. I get it.
They get it on overtime, and that's what happens. They're not staffed properly, and then they start paying a guy time and a half or 2 times on weekends or holidays, and it starts to add up to crazy numbers.
So Newsday also had this story about this West Hempstead pastor who pleaded guilty to tax evasion, and the pastor's name is Paul Mitchell, and he was pastor of Changing Lives Christian Center.
Certainly changed his life.
It was in Brooklyn, and the story was in Newsday. You can read all about it, but he didn't pay a whole bunch of taxes, and he's in a whole bunch of hurt.
Can we stop there? Because it's not just a whole bunch of taxes. According to what we have here, nearly $3 million in unpaid federal taxes. I mean, that's that's a nice piece.
Not insignificant. Again, that's how you get your name on, in Newsday.
Yeah, but it's not just the taxes. I mean, this guy spent money on jewelry, clothing, credit card bills, life insurance policies. I mean, he misappropriated the money. It's 6 different ways.
Yeah. And you know what? In today's times, he also run into an issue. Apparently, he's a native of I think Jamaica, and he could potentially lose his citizenship. And again, so all sorts of potential issues there. Not so good. So, high school sports. Let's switch to something else.
Go sports.
First of all, West Hempstead Rams are 5-1, which is great. They're really coming out of the gates.
You mean the basketball team, just to be clear, right? You didn't say who it was.
I'm sorry,
football,
basketball. Yes,
ice hockey.
I apologize. High school basketball, and they defeated the Cold Spring Harbor team 65-57. And listen, you know what? The West Hempstead basketball, both boys and girls, always put out great teams. So they're off to a great start. And there's another school event, the Winter Wonderland, December 20th, between 6 and 7:30 p.m. at the West Hempstead Secondary School North Gym. It's a festive night with food, games, and crafts. $30 per child, family friendly. So. That should be great. You know what? I didn't really see much going on at the library, and I promised all of our very dear listeners that I wouldn't go on a rant on the library, so I won't. But if you do want to get books related to Chanukah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, any of the holidays that are coming up, what's great about the library is that they curate the books and they make it easy, especially the kids' books. So
and the Cone of Silence.
The Cone. You know what? So I was in the library.
When are we recording there? The 4 of us ought to get into a Cone of Silence for a recording.
Does the booth have room for 4 of us? I haven't.
No. More importantly, does it have air circulating?
You want everything?
For those of us who remember phone booths, it's a 4 in a phone booth, not so good. But I see people having whole conversations, and clearly they're on their phones or doing a Zoom call or something like that.
Yes, you see them having the conversations, but you don't hear them. That's the point.
It seems to be soundproof.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah, it's really good. And I think you have to go to the reservation desk and sign up and all that good stuff. Riesterers, holidays are coming up. Dan, what's going on over there?
Everything's going on. I will tell you, by the way, if you don't already know, you can buy online. But today is the last day to place orders. It's Wednesday. Place that order if you would like to have it possibly delivered before Christmas Eve. They'll be obviously shipping after that for sure, but they can't guarantee delivery before Christmas. They got everything. They got plenty of Hanukkah stuff. They got donuts. I think we'll get to that in a minute. Yep. The Stolen, which are unbelievable gingerbread houses. We talked about this last week. They're making 40,000 pounds or something of gingerbread. Everything you want for whatever holiday you want to celebrate. It's all there.
It's unbelievable. I mean, you just go in there, it just smells so amazing, and the baking they're doing on a daily basis is just out of sight. Yep. So it is Chanukah, and Chanukah, one of the foods outside of potato pancakes, latkes, is jelly donuts, or as they call them, sufganiyot. Over the years, they seem to be getting more and more elaborate. Used to be just the old-fashioned jelly donut, but now everyone seems to want to be able to top you and all that kind of stuff.
It's a day's worth of calories for a family of 4 with some of these donuts, 100%.
It's crazy. So, there's a couple of places you can get. You have Riesterers, which is sort of like the
Rolls Royce.
Yeah, and so they also for Hanukkah make Parav jelly donuts, so you can have them for both dairy and meat. And you could also get jelly donuts at Sauly's, the pizza store.
Oh, really?
And you could also get it at I&D. Apparently, Sauly imports them from one of the Queen's places, and he runs out really quickly. So sounds pretty interesting.
The tariffs coming in from Queens?
Yeah, I don't know if there are tariffs, but
that depends if Blakeman puts his wall up in between Nassau and New York City. We'll see.
The price tags of these jelly donut, in my mind is like 99 cents.
Yeah, right.
Right. So maybe in today's times it's like $2 or
labor
something.
Intensive.
But like some of them are like $5, $6, $7. It's just for a fakakta jelly donut.
I will admit, I bought a couple at a place, and they were $6 a piece. But I also bought some because my family can be particular about it. I bought a couple of Dunkin' Donuts in the 5 towns as well.
Yeah.
That was not cheap either. It was like $9 for 4 donuts. And they
So what were the best ones?
Whatever. The ones we got were great. We had Lotus biscuit donut and an apple cobbler, which was very nice. And whatever, It's again, more calories than I needed.
All right. And, so this was a full show. I mean, wow.
Full it.
So I think that'll be a wrap, and I want to thank everyone for hanging in there.
Stay warm, everybody.
And have a great week.
Happy holidays.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Riester's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.